is just an introduction for your Spartan preparation programs. So these programs are meant to be done prior to your training sessions on the field and prior to weight training. So we're going to give you a brief introduction to them in the various videos that you're going to see. The purpose behind these preparation movements are to decrease a little bit of injuries that various studies have shown will decrease knee and ankle injuries. So the different exercises that you're going to see are all part of the study that have seen a difference in 70% of injuries by a decrease of them by just doing these simple movements prior to any type of exercise. So Andy's going to start with phase 1. There are 5 phases to each of your programs. Each one is sport specific, either for soccer, basketball, or volleyball.
All right, we'll just introduce our staff as well. So go ahead. This is Philip.
I'm Philip. I'm the assistant athletic therapist here.
I'm Adrian, and I'm one of the strength and conditioning coaches.
I'm Natalie. I'm the head therapist here at Trinity.
And I'm Andrew Hemming, strength conditioning coach. All right, let's do foam rolling.
So we'll begin with foam rolling. This is phase 1.
So very important thing for foam rolling, if you have keys or anything like that, any objects, you want them out of your pocket. That's very important. Also at Spartans, we don't like to use foam, we like to use pipe. So it's not really a foam roller, but we use this. So we're going to go through, show you some drills just to kind of loosen the body up here. Nat will be explaining the drills a little bit while I demo them. Some using a tennis ball. If you have a lacrosse ball, that works even better. And then we'll move to the pipe in a second.
So Andrew's going to start here by demonstrating the plantar fascia. That's the bottom of the foot. So there's a big connection between the plantar fascia into the calves and the hamstrings, so anything on the back of or the posterior side of the leg. So we want to start just by rolling those out. So just pressing really deeply with your foot into the ball. If you're just going to roll your foot on the ball, you're not going to see very much improvement, so you want to make sure that you're putting lots of your body weight and rolling the ball all through the bottom of the foot. From there, he's going to demonstrate the tibialis anterior. This is the muscle on the outside part of your shin. So he's going to just press down using his hands for more leverage and pressing his tibialis anterior deep into the ball again and just loosening that up. Very good for people who suffer from shin splints. This one muscle is particularly important. Just rolling a little bit more towards the back, he's going to get his peroneals, which sit next right to your tibialis anterior. Very good for people who have suffered high ankle sprains and various runners because of the fact that it will stabilize the ankle. From peroneals, we're going to go into gastrocs and soleus.
This one as well, if you prefer to use the pipe for this, you can. Either one are good. And you can just kind of, the nice advantage of tennis balls, I can move in a bunch of different angles. Just loosen that up.
And you find a point that's tender, then you want to focus on that point as well. And so once the tennis ball starts getting too soft, then that's when you want to move to a more solid structure like a lacrosse ball or softball, things like that. So from gastroc soleus, we're going to go to glutes and piriformis. So you're going to put the ball underneath your sitting bone, cross your leg over in a figure 4 position and just lean over towards that side a little bit and go in just a diagonal kind of line, getting your piriformis, and then just around there, the surrounding glutes. Then we're going to move a little bit more towards the upper body, teres major and infraspinatus.
So this one's just going to be right on top of the shoulder blade here, and you're just going to sneak it in there.
So he's just putting it, you'll probably feel a good trigger point in that spot, and you're just going to internally, externally rotate your shoulder at that 90-degree angle on your side.
You can also just kind of move the shoulder back and forth over that as well.
So moving away now from the lacrosse ball or the tennis ball, we're going into our pipe roll or your foam roll if you don't have a pipe. All Spartans should probably have one. We're going to start with the IT band, so just on the side of the leg there. So just rolling the full length, and of course you can see Ed can control the amount of body weight he's putting on the foam roller with his arms, and so as it becomes less tender, you want to put more and more body weight on the foam roller and less on your upper extremity.
If you've never done this one before too, you can use this other foot here to help take body weight off and make it easier and less painful. But remember, pain is weakness leaving the body.
So just roll it from the IT band. You can go and do his rectus femoris, which is his quads. You can do these one at a time. So again, you want to make sure you get the full length, so all the way just on top of the kneecap and all the way up towards the hip. From there, there, we're gonna go to the adductors, or the groin muscles,
By far the most awkward one.
by far the most awkward.
You can get the groin both this way from the front, and as well we can come around from the back. Kind of get like the hamstring groin area.
We're gonna do the gluteus medius. So a little different than the glutes that we did it with the tennis ball, just a little bit higher up from your IT band and a little bit more posterior, so just behind that hip bone.
And this one as well, you may find the tennis ball or the lacrosse ball better. So if it does, by all means use that.
Then we'll move into the T-spine, so the middle part of your back. You're just gonna lie on the foam roller, just underneath your shoulder blades, and then Andrew's just gonna go into flexion and extension. And just control that movement. And latissimus dorsi, which is a very long muscle in the back, and we're gonna get it just underneath the arm there. And then from there, just rolling onto the front and getting your pectoralis major and minor.
This one you won't be able to get all the muscle, but you can get a bit of the front, kind of the tendon part of the muscle in through here. And that wraps up pipe roll.